Hi everybody, meteorologist Joe Cioffi, weather in 5 days and 5 minutes. Did it a little later today because of what's going on, so we could focus on the weather developments today. And we have the latest forecast from the Storm Prediction Center. They have expanded the area of risk. The enhanced risk is actually pushed up to the New Jersey-Pennsylvania line and covers a good portion of the state of Pennsylvania, down into almost all of Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, and pushing that eastern flank to the Delmarva Peninsula, to western Delaware, and just nudging it to the New York side of the PA border. The slight risk has been also pushed further to the east, covering the western half of New Jersey, up the Hudson Valley to just north of Albany into southwestern Vermont. The southern flank has been expanded as well down into eastern North Carolina, with the enhanced risk in the interior areas of North Carolina, slight going all the way to northeastern Georgia, and the marginal risk down a little bit further south. The radar is busy at the moment, and we'll take a look at that. Here we've been seeing some showery rains from time to time from eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England. Not all that much. There's also a little bit of light rain and drizzles in the mix that's not being picked up on the radar. The marine layer is still there, but it's very thin. So we're not seeing a very deep marine layer here. It should be fairly easy to dislodge as this all develops. And in the meantime, you're watching the area of showers and storms. This is with the developing low. The rotation that you see back near Chicago, that is snow showing up on the backside across northern Illinois, southeastern Wisconsin, and now moving into northwestern Michigan. Patchy showers still ahead of it. The main action with these thunderstorms will happen this evening and tonight. So if you are along the immediate coast, probably not much is going to happen other than these area clusters of showers that move through from time to time until about midnight. That's when the cold front will reach the coast. But you go further west, you're going to see some strong to severe thunderstorms develop this evening in western Pennsylvania and then move quickly across the state, probably reaching the New Jersey-Pennsylvania line by about 11 o'clock or so. The other thing that we're going to be looking at is how well these storms hold together. And I'm showing you the NAM model. I'll widen this out in a moment, but this is for late this afternoon and this evening. So we're at 6 o'clock this evening. The thunderstorm line is forming at that point, and this is at 8 o'clock. So there isn't too much happening out to the east. You see where the line is cutting through western New York, central Pennsylvania, cutting the state of Virginia in half down to North Carolina. The line looks like it reaches its peak intensity at around 10 o'clock when it's moving through eastern Pennsylvania down to the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area into southeastern Virginia, and holds on as it moves into western Jersey. Then it starts to weaken a bit as it reaches the coastline, and this is at 1 a.m. And at 2 a.m., the line is becoming a shadow of its former self in over Long Island and in western Connecticut. Hard to say whether that'll be the case or not. The southern part of that line holds together fairly well into southeastern Virginia and into North Carolina. Here's a wider view. Well, that's probably a little too wide. But here's the wider view, so you can see the southern flank here, and I'll just roll it along. That low intensifies as it moves up into western New York and then on up the St. Lawrence Valley. Here we are at 11 o'clock tonight, and that V-shaped, the isobars, that sharp V-shape, that is where the front is. It's a very, very sharp cold front that is coming through. So the winds are going to continue to increase along coastal areas, and we'll finish off tonight this weather in 5 with the wind profile. The southerly winds ahead of it are going to pick up. We're going to see the strongest winds when that sharp cold front moves on through during the early morning hours. So it's in eastern Pennsylvania at 11 o'clock. At 1 a.m., it's right at New York City and down the Jersey coast and offshore. And by 2 a.m., it's crossing Long Island and moving out to the east. And where you see these are sustained winds. The green is all 20 to 30 miles an hour sustained. The yellow is 20 to 30 knots sustained. And the yellow is gale force sustained right along the Jersey coast over Long Island. And then that will continue to push off to the east. Will still be pretty breezy here tomorrow morning, but those winds will start to ease as we go through the day. And as far as the weekend is concerned, we're not really seeing too much action here. Looks like we'll have this nice dry high that builds in. We should see weather conditions improve pretty quickly on Friday, and they will continue to improve as we head into Friday night, Saturday. There's a weak wave on this front that goes well offshore. There's no issues, so Sunday should be a pretty good day as well, other than just some patchy clouds that pop up from time to time. And temperatures are going to be chilly this weekend, with highs just in the low to mid-50s, and nighttime lows will be down in the 30s to near 40 in the warmer urban areas, and there'll probably be some 20s that'll start to show up as we go to Saturday night into Sunday morning, and particularly, I think, Sunday night into Monday morning. So we have more coverage on this, of course, for Patreon members. So head to the Patreon platform for more information regarding all of this as we go through the rest of the afternoon. We'll have our regular live YouTube live stream. We'll bring Joe Rayo on tonight, so it'll be a Joe and Joe Weather show on YouTube at 7 o'clock on my YouTube channel, Joe Cioffi. And we will see you later.